Now, you may not like this because you hate Deadpool and Wolverine, but there's a funny story that Hugh Jackman was telling on Howard Stern, where he was in Long Island on a vacation trip with his family. He was getting out of the gas station, and it just hit him like, oh my God, a buddy cop movie, like 48 Hours, this duo. Oh God, I completely didn't think that Deadpool and Wolverine could be the case for these two characters.
Yeah.
So he calls up Ryan Reynolds, and it's like, dude, if you're in, I'm in. I want to be Wolverine again. And he was like, Ryan Reynolds was like, really? And he's like, yeah. And then he's like, I'm literally about to go into Kevin Feige's office and pitch Deadpool 3. If you want to do this, then we're not going to do that. He was like, I want to do it. So then it came out and you fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Speaking about superhero movies, what do you think about Martin Scorsese's take on cinema? He's saying that superhero movies aren't cinema.
Yeah, I think he like maybe worded it like a little like more strongly or like a little bit more like absolute, but like I understand what he's saying where it's like, yes, like it is very different, and I understand what he's saying because these movies are made out of a machine.
So I was watching an interview with Zack Snyder, and he talked about standing by his creative decisions. And one of those being very controversial. Remember how Batman and Superman stopped fighting because they have the same mother's name?
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Do you think that's okay? That wasn't like a load of shit?
No, I understand. Here's the thing. I think it was executed poorly, but I understand what he was getting at. I remember when I first saw it, I didn't really think of it as like
10 years ago.
Oh, yeah, man. That's right. You know, it's funny too. The Zack Snyder DC movies is kind of like my like guilty pleasure, like you know.
Well, Justice League isn't even guilty. That's good. Okay, well, yesterday Bully came out, the newest Kanye West record.
Oh.
Not
He's still
his
making
best
music.
work.
Do people still listen to him?
I mean, he really said some terrible things. He said he's working with doctors to try to get help because he has severe problems. Lastly on my list, I would like to talk about the late, great Papa, my grandpa.
Yes.
So my grandpa, at the age of 30, from being a dentist, told my grandma, like, I'm not fucking doing this. We're not sticking around in this small town. I'm not going to be a dentist.
Yeah.
So his dream was to then become an anesthesiologist. And he did. And he was a really big shot, anesthesiologist. And he was just the best grandpa ever. I would go to their house, my grandma and papa's house, and I would watch the Ninja Turtles with my grandpa, and my grandma would bring in beautiful matzo ball soup. Oh, so good.
Man.
Those are like some of my best memories.
That's cool.
That was another funny story. I was in their den, and I farted. And my grandma goes, Max, don't fart. And then my grandpa goes, it was a bird. And I say, yeah, it was a bird. And my grandpa said, tweet, tweet. He would never let me leave the house without giving me a $20 bill and saying, I don't want you to go hungry. He was just so great.
Yeah.
And we were watching Saw, and someone got like shot through the eye because they were looking through an eye hole.
Oh, yeah.
And I just hear him, just laughing. Yeah, my grandpa was awesome. And I call my grandma Tinka every day.
So many questions. It's like now that I'm older, there's so many things I wish I could ask them. Just how life was back then. And my grandfather was a World War II vet. He was in the army. I would just love to like just talk. Now that I'm like older and more mature, I would just wish I could just talk to them. You know?
Yeah.
Just about anything, really.
So you have stories, don't you?
Yeah. So. I was just recently on a film shoot.
How long?
For the whole month.
Ooh.
I was up in Cape Cod.
Oh, I love Cape Cod.
I love Cape Cod too. I've been going up there my whole life, like with my family. So I'm very familiar with the area. But I've worked with this director before. Obviously, I'm not going to name any names, but there was a certain
individual
that would like constantly get in the way.
Just in the way of the camera?
Yeah, just in the way of the camera. So I'm going to do... So one of the funniest things that he would do that at first was very annoying, but then we started like placing bets like, oh, how many times is he going to do this like for every setup?
Take a shot every time he does it.
So I'm going to do a demonstration for the audience.
Okay.
But what he would do is we would be setting up the camera for a shot, any shot, a wide shot, and a medium, close up, anything. And he would go like this. he would go like right in front of the camera while we're actively talking, and he would like put his phone right in front of the lens to like take pictures of like the the people. And it's like we're looking at the monitor, and all I see is this giant out of focus phone like blocking us from like being able to do our jobs.
That's ridiculous.
But he was standing right at like the arm of the tripod. So in my ear, I hear,
"Get him out!"
Yeah, I hear my boss telling me, "Pan left, pan left, pan left, pan left." And I'm like, obviously I don't want to blow the take by like talking during the scene, but I'm afterwards I told him, I'm like, I literally could not pan left because he was in the way. It's like I just like physically could not pan left without blowing the shot, But that's the thing, like we can't really say anything because he's the one that fronted the money for the shoot. So it's like we just kind of have to let him do his own thing. It's not really my place to yell at him to get out of the way. Anyway, I have a bunch more stories, but I don't want to waste too much time.
All right.
Maybe more stories will pop up in future episodes. We'll see.
I'd say.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you can, set notifications because our subscribers feed doesn't work.